3:30 in the morning. I have my 12-hour clinical today for my nursing assisting course, which is a prerequisite to my nursing course. And as you can hear in the background, I have my coffee going, and then we're gonna finish making our breakfast, and then do our makeup and get going around 4:30, 4:45 because our drive is about 45 minutes. So yeah, let's get the day going. I'm so tired. I only have 4 clinicals, and they're every Tuesday, and this is my 3rd clinical. So I've just been kind of going to sleep at my normal time and just waking up at 3:30. I'm not really changing my schedule because it's not going to be the same once I'm done with this class, which is in literally 3 weeks. So I'm just going to write it out and drink caffeine to wake me up and then suffer as is. I have to leave in 15 minutes, so this part usually doesn't take me that long, but 15 minutes for me can turn into 30 minutes very quickly, so I need to chop. It's my first day at this new facility, and then we're there again next week for our final clinical. A month ago, I did not think it would go by this fast. The class is only 7 weeks to get your CNA certification, so I should have known, but damn, it is ticking by like so quick. All right, time to transition into scrubs. Remember how I warned you that 4:30 can turn into 4:45 for me really quick? Well, I'm in my car and it's 4:39. So, I mean, it's not 4:45, but it's still very, very close. I got my lunch packed. I brought my backpack and I brought my laptop and my, technological stuff, so I'm hoping it's safe in my car. All right, so it says it's gonna take me 33 minutes to get there. I'm gonna turn on my music. I don't know, I transitioned between music and podcast. This morning I think I'm feeling music, so we're gonna jam out in the car and get going. I made it to the facility about 10 minutes early, and I'm glad that I did because I circled these floors 4 times. I am so stinking excited because I have been working at the hospital has always been, it's weird, a dream of mine. So I'm really excited to be doing our first clinical here. I literally cannot believe we're halfway through. This is clinical 3 of 4. My last one's next week and it's at the same hospital. So I am really excited, really nervous. I'm also stoked about my badge reels. It says, "Hello, I'm fueled by iced coffee." I have other ones that are more silly, I guess you could say. Also, these scrubs are cool because they have a badge reel thing to hook onto. But let's go. I will see you in 12 hours. All right. I learned and did so many new things today that I'm incredibly grateful for. To all my people who are nurses, you probably know, you leave the hospital in your hospital shoes and you kind of bring extra shoes with you if you're a type A nurse, because you don't want to bring hospital into your car. I forgot my shoes, but I still wanted to just like take my shoes off before I got in the car. So I put them in the bag, in a bag in the back. That may sound extra, but I forgot my Crocs and I'm really sad about it. And I'm also one of those people who will literally strip down in the garage, and my laundry room is like directly in front of my garage. So I literally open the door, literally, if I say literally one more time, I open the door to my laundry room and I just throw my scrubs into the washing machine directly. As you can see, my makeup held up pretty well. There are some lines from my mask, but as I was saying, overall it was an incredible day just because I've learned so much today. Like, we have a skill sheet that is like front and back of like testable skills, and I checked off like at least 10 things that I haven't done. If you're not well versed in the nursing world, like, I'm not gonna I can't break it down. It's just like ostomy care, catheter care, what other new things, just like bedpan stuff, output, measuring output, which I don't know, that's kind of cool that I got to see today. Also, I'm always so like used to thinking that if you come into like hospitals and stuff that you're gonna be met with like older people, and so whenever I go into a patient's room and they're like super young, like I had patients as young as like 19 and 21 today, and it just blows my mind because they're like needing like full on like care. They are dependent. So yeah, this is my first time working at the hospital, and I will tell you, I absolutely loved it. I knew that I was going to. I was in a med-surg unit. I knew I was going to love it. I just didn't know I was going to love it as much as I did. And I really did. But I'm also someone who like, I get bored very easy. So I'd rather be up and going with like the chaos of everything versus just like sitting around doing nothing. Also, I have my watch on my ankle because one, I don't like taking care of patients with my watch on my wrist because it's just germs and like, I don't know, I'm weird about it. But also because it like I have my nursing school watch, but I don't like keeping my watch on my wrist for patient care. It tracks your steps so well whenever it's on your ankle. Like, obviously it's going to be a little bit more exact. So I hit 9,966 steps. I'm going to hit my 10K steps for the day. I work with a coach, and our goal is to hit 9 to 10K steps every single day. And that is on top of me going to CrossFit and such. So anyways, I need to drive home and get some gas. I also think it's really funny because I packed my lunch and I had all of my snacks, like I ate all of them, but the cafeteria here at the hospital was really nicely well stocked. So I ended up buying some sushi, and I was just gonna eat my lunch for dinner instead because that sushi looked so good, and I am a sucker for sushi. So it is Wednesday, February 19th, and I do have my biology class today. I did not have it on Monday just because it was President's Day, so I unfortunately have to go today. I did skip last Wednesday because I was so tired from my 12-hour shift on Tuesday, my clinical, and I had an exam and actually 2 exams last week. And I just figured like I wasn't really missing much in that class, so I just took the day off. And I got an exemption, which my biology teacher does, which is really cool. You have another assignment for my CNA class. It's my resume and cover letter. I'm actually pretty proud of my resume because I've redone it over the last like 6 years, and right now it's like in tip-top shape. So I'm pretty excited to kind of like give that. I've never written a cover letter, so that'll be fun. And it'll also help me for when I start applying for jobs after I get my CNA certification, which I do take my skills test in 3 weeks. That's crazy. And my teacher is amazing, and she's literally prepping us for every sort of possible scenario. So very excited about that. Coyote, Patote. She's on crack right now. She's on crack right now. Hello. I'm going to get ready for the day. And then I want to make my lunch around like 11:30. I have to leave around 12:15 because my class is about 35 minutes away. It takes me a decent amount of time, but I like to leave early because I live in a town that's transitioning to a larger city, and there's literally only 2 lanes to get to the major freeway, and it's always backed up and busy. And there's construction going on, which is so stupid. Classes from 1 to 3:45, and then after that, I have CrossFit at 5:30. Today is bench press day, which I'm kind of excited about because I am pretty strong when it comes to deadlifting, squatting, any leg movement. I'm pretty solid in. But when it comes to like upper body, like benching, I'm very weak in that area, so I'm working on it. But yeah, so we have CrossFit, and then I'm just gonna come home and study. I edited and posted my first vlog, which I will comment on. The first like 15 minutes of that is me just like getting ready for the day, which I know is like taking up, like, it's supposed to be like a day of my life. It did take up a lot of time, but we did leave at 10. It's just like driving for 2.5 hours. Afterwards, we drove home, which took another 2.5 hours, but we had to pick my husband's brother up from the airport at 10 o'clock. And by that point, I was dead, donezo. So I didn't film the rest of the night, which is totally fine. But yeah, I just did my homework on the way home. Wasn't much to see. Yeah, like there was a lot done, but there wasn't a lot done, if that makes sense. So that's why like the getting ready with me portion took up a lot longer. I don't know about anybody else. I have an espresso machine and I enjoy it, but for some reason, hot drip coffee has just been hitting the spot. So I drink 2 cups of hot drip coffee to start my morning. I only drink it an hour after I eat my breakfast. Eat being a relative term because I make a smoothie, but after I make my breakfast and eat it, I try to hold off on caffeine for at least an hour, hour and a half after waking up. For lunch, I essentially eat the same thing every day. Whenever I am home and I don't have class, I do 4 eggs, 2 pieces of sourdough toast, spinach, and 2 pieces of turkey bacon. Sometimes I'll add an avocado depending on if I find any good ones at the grocery store, because avocados have been, they've also been super expensive. day. The jeans are brand new from Old Navy. I literally got them last weekend. This top is from TJ Maxx and I love it. It's very soft, very buttery. I can tuck this in. And then I am wearing boots, knee-high cowboy boots. So this is gonna be the outfit for my cousin's birthday party tonight. I also have like a nice big belt buckle that I'm planning on putting on. And look, it fits because it's a pretty thick one too. I'm like so stoked about it. It's definitely giving cowgirl. There, now you can see the full fit. Just flare jeans at the bottom, giving very much cowgirl. So I just accessorized. I got some earrings that I got from Target. Necklace is from Shein, Don't Shame Me. My lip color that I put on is Morphe's Crush. This is my absolute favorite lip liner. But yeah, I am headed to a birthday party for my cousin that I haven't seen in a really long time, so that's really cool. So I'm gonna try to catch a little bit of the fun tonight. We have an hour drive ahead of us, which is not the funnest part, but we also live very far away from our family, or my family, my husband's family too now. He's in the family. So that's the one issue, is we're just an hour away from everyone. My brother and sisters, and then his brother. So it's basically like a little day trip.
Lex! That's a small ass camera.
How do you record? It's recording.
I do. Oh, what the heck?